So I'm finally getting back to this truck bed. I've got this huge dock plate. It was the only piece of single steel that I had that was wide enough to do the whole bed. And actually I built the frame based on this piece of steel. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And there's already a gooseneck ball in there, and it's standing just a little bit proud so that the steel won't sit down. So I've got it lifted up a bit, and I've got it measured out, and that pipe is going to be my circle gauge. I got a number 2 oxypropane tip, and I'm about to blow a hole to open up the center of that so I can set this all the way down, make sure it's going to mark out where I want. Probably going to tack it on, stand the bed up, maybe take it all the way off, flip it over, but I've got to cut out a square. I want to cut that out so that that piece of steel becomes my insert. It'll get angle iron, it'll drop in there as my gooseneck cover plate, and I think that should work pretty well. So let me go and do this. What are you doing? You're a good girl. Well, I made some progress last night. Got that center hole torched out. You can see the hitch ball was holding the plate up. All right, I've got the truck facing the welder on this side. I can't reach the other side without turning it around. So for now, I'm doing this passenger side of the truck. I've just tacked down the dock plate. I'm still on the fence about a handful of things, but I know I want a rub rail. No matter how you slice it, I want a rub rail. I only have 6 stake pockets. I really wanted to have a pocket here and a pocket here. I would love to have 8 of them, because then if you use, you know, a timber stake, there's no chance of it cutting the tire. It's not like I'm going to haul a whole lot of logs on a 7-foot bed when I've got a trailer with log bunks. So, and I've got a truck with a 14-foot flatbed, and I've got a gooseneck. Like, I've got too many other ways. The only thing I'd ever really haul with this would be firewood, and it's fine for whatever, you know, no big deal. Wood panel sides. So if you're going to do wood panel sides, you want 1, 2, 3 stakes, and I've got plenty of C-channel, or I could rough saw some oak timber to and even hew the corners and, you know, knock them down in there good and tight. So what do you do for the in-between space? You put round tube spacers, and you locate them where there's a cross member, so that you're not trying to twist your side rail when you winch something. It cannot torque at a cross member junction. So I've got a cross member here, cross member here. That's why they're marked. That's why I've ground them. And then again, this is a 7-foot bed. If it was an 8-footer, I would have 2 of them. But with it being a 7-footer, yeah, there's gonna be a asymmetrical gap here. Oh well, it'll keep my OCD ex-wife away, hopefully. So I'm gonna take these, bring them over to the sander on this little shish kebab skewer, buff the scale off of them, clean up the ends, so I can start full circle welding them to here. All right, I got my round spacers put in there, and you want to remember that when this is bearing a load, it's going to be pulling upwards. So the bottom side, the tension portion of that piece is the most important. The top weld might need to look pretty, but the bottom weld needs to actually be sound and, you know, pretty good, because that's what's going to try to rip off. And the cool thing about these, best way to wrap a chain. You know, when you do a chain around a rub rail, it wants to bite in and kink, and then it won't slip to tighten up. Say you got a ratchet binder, and you know, you need to move it a whole link at a time when you're on a flat piece. But when you're on a round piece, it's just, I mean, you can come down with the chain and loop a grab hook back up to itself, and there's no clunking and chunking. You know, there's no cogging when you're trying to tighten it up. So those round drums, that's where you want to wrap your chain around. It just works so good. not too bad. That's going to have to wrap it up for today's episode. Maybe you catch me on the next one. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. God bless you. And as always, praise the Lord.